with the
is found.
connection.
Yeah. Human rights is one of the broad, is the widest area among all the studies I ever read in my life. We don't talk about human rights, we're talking about justice, we're talking about freedom, we're talking about
That's good.
equality, we're talking about race, sex, nationality, ethnicity, language, religion. It's so much, it's also about slavery, torture, opinion, expression, right to work,
Awesome.
education. It's when I look at it, my eye, I start
It's big.
crying. Yeah, because I think of all the human rights violation that is happening, for example, in my country. When
You stop
right.
right there. Don't go there. We are coming. Stop right there. You've
Okay,
said something very, very important that I like, which is what my son, Pastor Favor, said as well. Equality, but not just only that, not just only being equality, but you've even gone beyond. But the word that I love that you used is broad. Human right is broad. And why is it broad? Why is it broad? Apart from you calling all these other sections, why is human right broad? That's a simple question, please. Somebody answer.
because it covers a lot.
Why?
Because it covers a lot of about our human, our
Okay,
our
let
life.
me make this simple. Let me make this simple. That's good. That's good. It is broad because it deals with human. Who controls the earth? That's simple. It is. Is it animal sitting here? Even you take animal as a pet, as it is in European or in the Western world, and the animal train them all we care, they can never take the place of a human. So everything to manifest in this earth, it needs human.
Yes.
That is why it is brought. Even God himself need you.
Yeah.
Are you guys understanding?
Yeah.
So human rights, like you guys have shared, especially you went so deep, Minister Rose, it's so broad. Everybody, what I put, which they are preparing, listen to this. Human rights certification training. Simple. Are you an educator? You're a human being. Are you an advocate? Are you an activist or a concerned citizen? That's why I said don't go there now. Stop. Are you passionate about education, especially for women? Which area for women? Talk to me. Give that should come to your head fast. Who are the people? Who are the people that are less regarded as women to go to school? Oh, come on. You guys talk.
Yes, it's the most of the person that a lot human being doesn't even think they should have education is women.
No, I asked. Some of us have come out of it now.
Okay.
I'm asking for give me one country that is still bent on it. They don't see woman value. Muslim, is it a heart?
It's not. It's not.
Make your brain come out now.
It's not one country, man. It's a lot of Muslims.
I am not talking of country. I did not call country. I said one of the nation, the people that do not see women. It's so many, but the most popular that you wake anybody from sleep.
Okay, yeah. It's the Muslims. Yes, the Muslims.
Something we have to construct a sentence.
It's the Muslims. Yes.
Please, I want to beg you guys, don't overthink. This is a practical training. Now, let me make this clear to all of you that you live these things every day. Something that Auntie Rose talked about. She talks of slavery. It's big even in your own home. There are many of us. I went through serious slavery from my own stepmother in my father's house.
Mm-hmm.
I was abused. I don't know how to sit on the table, right? Like every other child is sitting on the table. I was meant to sit at the backyard. Now it comes now to the equality. Why was I not sitting on the table to sit like every other person, to sit and eat? Why other children are playing, and you and me see that a lot. Nigeria has acted this a lot and a lot and a lot in movies. They were passing a message. Please, this is not something. Do not make this subject like, oh, this course or this training like it's one. It is the things you and me are living. Did he say animals' right?
No.
Did he say cows' right? All of you unmute yourself. We are in class. I need you to talk. I need you all to talk. Welcome, Pastor Elvis. So, there are a particular group of people. Naturally, women are always seen as a minority in society. Then, to make matter worse, you have this. You have now a particular group of people. They can come to the front of their men, or either they have to order them. They have to make sure they bring them, and then they don't see them as some people that have to go to school. It's happening not only there, but the big country we all know, or a religion that we know, are those ones that I call the name. And that is why UNICEF is big there, United Nations, big there. All these organizations, these big, all of them are there to try to break that ground and come back to the answer that Prophet Favor said, we are equal. Are you hearing me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
So, human right is broad. It's not a joke. Human right, hey, while I do my head. Human rights, what you have said now is wonderful. Is educators, advocates, activists, businesses, corporations, NGOs, ministers, non-ministers, you name it. Who are the people piloting all this organization you just mentioned? Who are the people? Who are doing that? Who are the head? Animals?
No, the government.
Humans.
No,
Human
you
beings.
you failed. Humans. Humans. Human being. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Now,
Oh, yes, ma'am.
please, I want to beg you all. Do not overthink. Human right, the demand today is high. Why? And still the market is right back there. Right back there. And you can see that it intertwines in everything you do. That is why I said, if you have an NGO, you're a minister, it's better you be trained and be certified. Just like chaplaincy. It's very important. Because even today in chaplaincy, in government, Minister Rose and Pastor Emma, you guys saw that they need chaplains, even corporation, in secular world. When we were doing the course. So now human rights, like you said, that your understanding, it is broad. Why is it broad? Because it deals with human. Who are the people who cover the face of the earth? Is it animals?
Humans.
Please don't make it difficult, I beg you. Okay? Don't make it difficult. It's not that difficult.
Right.
It's not that difficult. But it's just that we are living in a society today that everything paperwork, now that one we want. That's how you are recognized, isn't it?
Correct.
You don't have paperwork, nobody knows you. Nobody sees you.
That's true.
Nobody cares. Like I tell people, even be anointed like work in America, your ministry must be registered. And now, if you don't have license, you cannot officiate wedding. You cannot do funerals. You cannot do all the right as a chaplain, or as a Christian, as a pastor. So now in human rights, it's even bigger. Now, question, do you think we'll do all that here?
No.
Thank you. We can't do all that here, but we can go into different modules. So if you finish today, what you are getting your an overview of human rights and become a consultant like me, right? That you can teach others, have your own organization, have your own name of your human rights, and then you choose now to have your own organization, hold seminars, hold workshops, be a consultant, people come. Pastor Rose, you work with the judge, you work with a lot of immigration. With this human right, you have it because it's online and certified. They should increase you because there are things you will say. You can back yourself with your certificate. How will you back yourself? If you don't know, now let me ask, how many rights are there for human, as far as human rights goes, that was approved by the United Nations and other bodies that came together before they formed the Universal Declaration of Human Rights? Universal Declaration of Human Rights. You will be hearing me mentioning that word, the universal. So you see now, yeah, the terminology. Did it say national?
No, it's 30 of them.
Universal.
No,
Universal.
you have not answered my question. Did it say national?
No.
No, it's
Did
universal.
it say only
declaration.
European?
No.
Did it say only America?
No.
Now, what did it say?
Universal.
Universal.
Where that word universal came from? What?
Universe.
The universe.
That's it. That's it. That's the globe. Now, if you look at our logo, you saw the globe there in the middle. Did you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
You
Yes,
saw the
we
globe
did.
there.
Yeah.
And so we believe, our belief for this universe, that we are equal. Despite your religion, despite your gender, now questions will come up from some things that has evolved, we all know. And the Lord will help us to answer that area.
Amen.
Okay?
Amen.
So,
All right.
universal, okay, there is a hand. Yes, Pastor Evis. Pastor Evis, your hand was up, please.
No,
Okay,
sorry,
it
it's a
was a
mistake.
mistake. That's
Yeah.
okay. That's okay, dear. So, what am I saying to us? This is broad. You are getting a certificate of a professional certificate training that you have taken, maybe 12 weeks course, to have an overview. But inside, the main thing I will type for this program, because there are a lot, we will have to take, if after we finish this, those that want to continue, you want to get more, you can get for disability. If we talk of equality, question for you, do the people who are disabled supposed to be seen to the same?
Yes.
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 Good. But do they see them?
No.
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 Is that human rights that has been
No.
deprived from that individual?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes, it has been
That's
deprived.
true.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes, he has been deprived. Yes.
He or she has been deprived because, by the understanding of the simple definition of human right, as far as the universe is concerned, and in the eyes of God, we
We are
are equal. Have you not seen people, many of us, have you not seen people without leg They run race and they are winning, and you have 2 legs there. Have you ever gone for a race?
No.
Yeah.
Have you? Can you go there? They are competing. I'm talking of people who are totally disabled. Now, you cannot see that in Africa that much, but you can see it here in the US. You can see it in Europe, that they have that thing that they put on their feet and they are running. Are they not disabled? But are they doing what others are doing?
Yes.
Are there people who have legs, cannot even do it, cannot even do 100 meters?
Yes.
Now, do you see where the equality comes?
Yeah.
So why will you stop him or stop her? Maybe because he has one certain disability or a syndrome, and you don't look at him, you looked at him down. Now bring in the concept of biblical knowledge. Does God look them as not human being?
No.
No.
They're human
No.
beings.
Does God look them? Does God even see that disability in them?
Never.
No.
Not at all.
He made them
Why
perfect.
you and me on this earth look at them low?
Fallen nature.
What is that? Give me that word. It's a D word.
Discrimination.
Discrimination. Yeah.
So that's not human. You discriminate. And in Global Human Rights Defense Organization, we refuse to discriminate. We see every person like yourself, because even you say they were born like that, something transpired. Now I'm talking to clergy. You and me know. Okay? Something must have transpired
Yes, ma'am.
with the life of that person. And that's why, because God has never sent nobody like that on earth. Like that, no. Somebody must have done something. You know it, and I know it. Now, somebody who is not a Christian will not understand what we are saying, but you and me know very well, 100%. And
Oh, yes.
still, the child now or the person now will be born and he or she is disabled. But still, you have seen some people in Asia continent, they don't have hands. They are building houses. Have you not seen that on YouTube, on Facebook?
That's true.
Yes.
They don't have leg. Okay, you know that minister, he's from Australia. I forgot his name. Who does not have leg and arm, right? And married. None of you have seen him.
Pastor
Yeah,
Nick.
he's married. He has children.
We have seen him. We have seen him.
Yeah.
That's
And he
right. I've
ministered.
seen him.
Okay, Nick should go and sit down and be crying and questioning God and hating the mother, right? Nobody should welcome Nick on a platform. I'm not bringing him on my platform. He doesn't work. I don't think they'll even listen to it. They'll just be looking. Where he's handicapped, he's disabled. That's what some of us say. Is he not doing more than you? They know him. Do they even know you? He's making
Yes.
thousands and millions of dollars. How many have you made? You have leg, food, hand, ear, everything complete. How many have you made?
We are still complaining.
We are still complaining. Thank you. We are still complaining. Hand, leg, everything. We don't have money. We don't have this. We don't have that. We don't have this one. This one is not here. This. So then now, like that, what do? Kill themselves, right? Say yes.
No.
No.
I wish you would have said yes. I would have told you that one of the Human Rights Declaration, even biblically before then, is the third law or the third article, the right to life.
To life, liberty, and security of a person.
The right to life. That
Liberty and
means
security.
even in the human right, we don't leave God safe. Because even God, when you kill yourself, when you take your life out, what have you done? Where are you going?
To hell.
To hell. Those that kill themselves, those that commit suicide, there's no sympathy for you. Now you can see that this was instituted right from the Father above. It's not even this group of bodies that came in. No, it was instituted from the Father above. You can't take your own life. It's against the law. And that is why us here in the United States and Europe, when they found out that somebody is suicidal, what do? Mama Rose, tell me, Pastor Emma, all of you tell me. What do?
They put them on a watch.
Serious watch.
Yeah, watch it. Yeah.
Why are they doing that?
So
To prevent them
to
to prevent them
from
to end their lives.
from suiciding. Yeah.
Okay. So on our topic, how does that help you? On the course that we are doing, what are they doing?
They are trying to save life.
Good. So they intervene, right?
Yeah.
They have
So
intervention.
we are the defense. We defend. They intervene to stop the catastrophe that's about to happen.
Mm.
So do you know that human rights chaplains, they are all seen as first responders?
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Because this has nothing to do with religion. That you will say, oh, they are not Christian, they are Muslim. You are walking on that road right now. You see somebody holding a gun to another. You don't need to even go closer. As you have your phone, you pretend like you want to do so because you are intervening. You are in
Yes.
defense.
Mhm.
To whosoever is standing there, because life of a right of somebody is about to go down. How about maybe both of them? What will you do? It has nothing to do with religion. Will you stand there and say, oh, they are not going to my church, so I'm not doing, and you walk past by?
No.
No.
What will you do?
You intervene.
Give
You try to
assistance.
prevent.
Now, you might say, yes, I intervene. Maybe the guy might turn the gun on me. Now, what will you do? Leave the intervene because maybe everybody sees gun, hands up, I surrender. What will you do?
Here in Sweden,
You call the
you are not
security in
even-
charge.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
all I want. Call the
Yeah.
security.
security in
911.
charge. You are not allowed to intervene. You have to call the
But
911.
Rose, you like to
Security
do a
in
lot of
charge.
long sentences. Give me the point. Call the security.
911. 911, man.
But that's all I'm wanted. Call the security. You don't need to intervene because your own life might be in danger.
Being
But just
at
that
risk.
one call. You pretend like you are doing something, or you make as if you are taking a walk, you are going backward, but you are calling and you are giving the address where they are, and you say the gun is right in front of them. And then, like with America, the car will be coming from here, it will be coming from here, it will be then they barricade the whole place, the person can't go.
That's
the person
true.
will not even know. Do you supposed to have a certificate to do that?
No.
But have you been doing it? Maybe not in
Yes.
this scenario.
Yes.
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 Do
Unknowingly.
anybody recognize you?
No.
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 No way.
So
Well,
do you know
yes.
why you're here now?
Well, one person recognized you. The deed that you made, God recognized it.
Forget
Stop.
the God.
You guys don't get me upset.
I want
Not here.
I want Dr. Brooke to dance a little bit. She just danced and I'm happy.
Leave God out of this. I'm talking of us. Amen. So
Amen.
please, I want to tell you
Amen.
that invite a lot of people to take this training. And like I said, the demand is high. UNICEF, we all know UNICEF, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
What do they do?
They advocate for human rights.
Is that all you know
They
about
advocate
UNICEF?
for children,
That is their
women,
main goal, their mission
their mission.
is children. So they are advocating, human rights is there, but mostly for children.
Mhm.
United Nations, anyone knows that?
United Nations is for
Countries.
peace, is peace, dignity, equality on on healthy planet.
Awesome. Now, these are the big bodies that are into all this, into human rights. These bodies, they came together. Can someone give me the year this body came together before they formed this whole thing called Universal Declaration of Human Rights? And today everybody talks about human rights, even though some of us don't know human right, the definition. If you walk on that street now, there's a video I will send to you guys that you
1948, ma.
huh?
1948.
Very good.
10th of
1948.
December 1948.
December 10.
1948.
Correct. I want you guys to have that. You cannot be a human rights activist or advocate or a consultant without knowing that. It's very important. I will give you guys an overview history of why this was. This is for history. This is for knowledge to know. This is not to practice out there, because I believe so much that if I want to be a super person in anything I do, I go depth into it to know it. I'm not going out the street there to start telling you about the history, but it's good for you. It gives you what? It gives you what? The C word. Huh?
It gives us knowledge.
No, C word.
Courage, confidence.
Oh,
Confidence.
confidence.
Confidence. Confidence. So now you are confident, you are courageous now to stand and say, Dr. Brooks, that thing you are doing is wrong. I don't need to know whether you're a human rights advocate or a consultant or activist. I don't even need to know. But the way you will talk to me, if I'm smart, I'll be like, this man has some knowledge, because he will not just have the guts to just come and stand and start telling me, oh, what you are doing is wrong. One time I was in Walmart, and this guy was pulling this girl. Huh? Everybody was just looking. I was standing at the cashier. I was trying to pay my bill. And I'm like, wait, I told the woman, I'm next to line, but I'm not coming. I left the line and I stood in front of that boy, and I will not call him, okay? They were not this. So you know the people.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, exactly.
Okay. And he asked me, what is your business? I said, I'm an advocate for women. And what you are doing in my eyes is abusive and it's wrong. I don't care what she did. I'm not having it. And I'm calling the police. Who are you? Where did you come? I said, again, I'm an advocate for women. Because confident women, we are what? We are a social advocacy organization for women. When you check us out in the department in New York here, that's where we fall. So looking at that girl being tortured that morning, it cannot be you. It might be your child. It might be your daughter. It might be your sister. It might be somebody. Rights are being violated. And every time a man's or a woman's right is violated, it's no longer enjoying the liberty that we know is human rights.
Right.
Because in the simplest definition, human right is the right for human to do what they want. And that is why this group of people came together and said, no, we cannot continue like this. There must be some certain articles that they must follow. And today, 3/4 people don't know about that articles. It was coined by who? A man or a woman that they talk about most of the time. There are other, but there's a particular person. I gave it to the class the other time, Prophet Favor.
A woman.
Yeah, give me the name of the woman.
Eleanor Roosevelt.
Eleanor
Roosevelt. Oh. Eleanor, the first lady Eleanor
Roosevelt. That name Roosevelt, does it ring a bell?
Yeah, former president of USA.
US first lady.
It's in the state, in United States of America.
Okay.
It's a U.S. Is a former U.S. First Lady,
Former U.S. First Lady.
Delano
Which
Roosevelt.
year?
Dr. Brooks will be.
You should know now. You are the one that told me that Universal Declaration was in 1948. So
Yeah.
it means that in the time in the US, people it must be in the 40s after the Second World War.
Yes.
So that means President Roosevelt, we did that in history. If I remember my history, European history. You guys all here are science students. Shut up.
So you,
Okay,
so shut up.
Dr. Brooks. Eleanor Roosevelt was the former first lady in the United States, and she was born in 11th of October 1884 in New
I'm
York.
not even interested with her age. I'm asking, when was this done? You said 1948. That was wonderful. Which year is that? So let's say 48. That's like 4 years, because this organization came to
United States from 1933 to 1945, I think.
That is it. And then now he won again the election, and then maybe rule again. And then in 1948, Eleanor Roosevelt, the wife of President Roosevelt, now coined this. And today, not she coining, but she made, this is the statement she made. And let me read it to all of us.
I think I should go back and look for my old school book. I have it somewhere in the house.
No, let me read this one for you all, okay? Don't worry. I wrote something down. I think I even posted it on the forum.
I think it's the biography of human rights.
No, I just talked only about Eleanor. It's something I wrote, but exact words that she talked on is one of the things you and me will be seeing as well in human rights, about the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Okay, it's very important, and that will definitely come to your test.
God have mercy.
Yes. Now listen to what she says. What they say: as head of the Human Rights Commission, as head. When I ask a question, if you answer me something different, I will deduct points. If I'm asking you to just give it to me, don't go and twist and travel from Stockholm to Virginia back. I'm not taking it.
Knowledge is broad.
And there are times that it needs to be shrink.
Okay.
I'm waiting, it's broad. I'm waiting when you start writing papers. You should not tell me that 10,000 words is too much, because I'll remind you, God. Knowledge is broad. We are right.
Brahmana will survive.
Pastor Elvis, right?
Yes, ma'am.
As head of Human Rights Commission, as the head of Human Rights Commission, Roosevelt was instrumental. As head of Human Rights Commission, Roosevelt was instrumental in creating the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Whenever you see UDHR, it is Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And rights is always in plural, because it's not one for human. 30 of them, which was approved unanimously by the UN in the late 1948. The declaration was the first step in the process of formulating the International Bill of Rights. Have you heard that word too?
The Bill of Rights, yes.
Yes. What's that?
The Bill of Rights was an amendment that was made in the United States Constitution in order to kind of like promote human rights.
Good. So the Declaration was the first in the process of formulating the International Bill of Rights. You know, every year, everything in America, you have the bill to approve. The bill, right?
Yes.
Of human rights, which was completed in 1966. So, Eleanor, the mama herself, in 1945, the First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt began working to defend. You see where the name of our human right comes? We defend. We defend. This is just a background about what we are doing. To defend and explain human rights worldwide. So if I ask a question, who is the person that came or that was part of the Universal Declaration and decided to educate people or to explain it worldwide? What will you tell me?
Eleanor Roosevelt.
There you go. Good girl. She. And it is interesting because she's a woman. Does it mean she saw a lot of things? Maybe Minister Rose can explain a lot to us in that. What do you think?
Do you want me to talk?
We are in a discussion. Don't be talking now like this, your people here, European.
Okay. Can you ask the question again, ma'am?
Yes, I was saying that
Mm-hmm.
why did they have to, or why was she the one that decided to travel or to go worldwide to explain human rights worldwide? And again, she's a woman. Does it mean something struck her, or what do you think as a woman? It has nothing to do here, but I'm just asking this question.
Because she understands the importance of advocacy for expanded role for women in the workplace, for their civil rights, especially in Africa, America, Asia, America, and right to the also of the World War, and which was World War II refugee. I think that was what they said. I don't know if
Correct.
it's a long time
Now,
I studied
question.
this.
Now, you remember today we are only doing overview, okay? Or there's a hand.
Yes, that's a hand.
Go ahead.
I think she observed the discrimination between the women and the men and the children. And she stood up to speak for the women and the children.
Despite every other thing Pastor Rose said, as a woman, she saw it after the war, how they were treated, how everything was going. And she said, I need to start. It doesn't mean that because I'm First Lady, I should just sit here and watch things happening. No, women probably were not given an opportunity. The way they were treated, she decided to be a voice.
Hallelujah.
She decided to be a voice. Not just because she is the First Lady, she was the First Lady at that time, but she must have seen something in the heart, how women and children were being treated. You talked about civil rights. What is civil rights? We'll see that down the road, but what is it? Sister Rose, you're the one that talked about civil rights now. Yeah, tell me. Yeah.
Because Brother Manuel, you are talking, you're mute, you have to mute yourself. Civil right is our, our right, it's everybody's right, I don't know how to put it,
There's a video. There's a video I will send to you all students, okay? You will laugh.
All right.
You will laugh when they went to the street and they were asking people, what is human right? Everybody was fumbling. Everybody. That's, oh, I never thought of that. And now civil rights. It's just the basic right to be free.
To be free, yeah. It's the advocacy of freedom.
I'm telling you, this subject, this class is so lively. Like I said, it's the things we are living every day, but we don't know.
That is correct.
Yes, we don't know. And please, I don't want you guys to see me like Superwoman because I'm learning myself from you all. Okay? So civil rights is just the basic right to be free from unequal treatment. This is me. This is my definition. Unequal treatment. So if you are not treated equally, and it is your basic right, they have taken away your civil rights. Yeah. But it goes to an extent to a certain protected characters like race, like gender, and what? Disability. Those you'll be hearing that a lot. In certain such as employment, education, housing, and access to public facility. Those are all under civil rights. Now, is there a difference between civil right and civil disabilities? Civil liabilities, liberties?
No, they all intertwine.
Can you explain, please?
Civil right, basically civil right also fight for civil liabilities because of all the things that you just named in terms of like housing, work and everything. So those are kind of liability that civil right want every human being to have access to, because they are basically kind of their God-given rights.
So
that civil rights and political rights, they're almost the same.
I did not call political. I said civil liberties.
Civil liberty.
But it's almost
but we are coming on that. Because political, you will see that even in the when we'll be going down to talk about the article. But I was asking a question. Civil, right? Civil liberties. And then now, when you understand those two, before even political, right? Do you think
Mama, you
understand what human rights simply is all about?
Mama, the civil right here that I know, because it's about freedom, it's for freedom, it's freedom for religion, privileges, civil liberties, constitutional right, freedom for citizenship, God-given right,
legal right. This. We already said it.
A natural right.
We already said that. That is what civil right is.
Yeah.
And so when you do not enjoy that right, that civil right, which is basic, you don't need to buy those rights. You are legally born to enjoy those rights. That's why it's compulsory that everybody must go to school. Yes, it's one of the articles in the Universal Declaration. So after this training, go and look. After you must have been certified, look where, if you are doing your NGO, children are not going to school, make sure they must go to school, because it's the right, and we know that many of them have been deprived on that too. So this is civil, that's your civil rights. So now civil liberty, what the explanation that Pastor Emma gave is very correct. It's a basic right and freedom that are guaranteed in the Bill of Rights. That is are supposed to enjoy it. And the Constitution, based on the interpretation of legislation, the same thing you were talking about, or courts. Examples are where? One of those are where? The right to free speech. People do the right to privacy, and the right
for religion.
Right to religion. Now, if you look at that, if you look at civil rights, if you look at civil liberties, what will be now the next to come to you after listening to this? Pastor Favor, you guys talk to me. It's not only Pastor Rose and Pastor Emma that are here, Pastor Evis, you guys talk to me. After this, what does it bring us to a one big name?
I don't know.
Human rights.
I like my brother. Pastor Evis, I really like your stance.
That's Pastor Favor that said it.
That's Pastor Favor.
Pastor Favor, Pastor Mega.
Civil rights, civil rights, civil liberty put together makes what?
Human rights.
Human
right.
Human's right.
That's it. How that sweet can be.
Wonderful.
So what is human rights? Human rights is the rights or rights grant to all human, what you have seen in the civil, including nature, what you have seen in civil liberty, regardless of your race, your sex, your nationality, your ethnicity, your language, your religion, or any other status. Examples include right to live, right of freedom, right to live, freedom from what? Give me one.
The oppressed.
The oppressed or slavery, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Slavery.
And the freedom of
opinion,
Freedom.
expression,
because
right
it's
to
not
work.
right now,
Insecurity.
which people do not like women to talk.
The Muslims.
The Muslims.
Thank you. You see now? Are you guys getting anything?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
yes.
So now you don't only know human right, but you understand civil right. I will give you a nice definition, okay? It's civil rights, it's human rights, civil rights, civil liberties that you put together and it forms
Human rights.
so it will not be difficult because now you already know from beginning. These are your rights, civil rights. That's why I was saying, don't bring political right now. I want us to do with us. Don't bring political because if you bring political, they'll start thinking that we are lawyers now. You understand, Mama Rose? Now, the thing
That's
is,
true. That's true.
you already have a knowledge. You know this long time. And then you are walking in the courtroom of law in Sweden every day. And your mind is like, sometimes you feel like to enter the chair of the judge. I can tell you, you feel like you should be the one, they are not doing this case right because you deal with immigrants. And you're not only interpreting. The people
right,
sometimes they tell you some private things.
Yeah, hallelujah.
They go to an extent and which by law you can't share it. Because that is, what right is that? They trusted you, then they told you their thing, then you
Privacy.
Privacy, thank you.
Privacy.
You yourself now have violated somebody's
privacy.
So gossiping is not just a sin. If I confide to you and you carry my stuff somewhere, did I ask you?
Exactly. Oh God, look.
Do you see that we cannot do without and all?
It's a serious matter, Pastor. It's a serious matter. I need to go and get a cup of tea. I do that every day without thinking. God have mercy on me.
So you cannot. That's somebody's privacy. I confided to Pastor Emma. Pastor might take it and go and meet Pastor Favor and start telling you violate my privacy. Now, in the world that we, and now this is in the note, this is in book form. The right of privacy. We just saw it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You took it now, you violated it. You see that in one way, everybody. That is why I was saying Pastor Rose, do not call government. You, us, human. I want to ask this question to all of us. And I will end here because today we had only overview. And remember, I'm still taking.
But now it's so fun. So why do we have to stop when we're having
Look at
fun?
you. Do you not see you? Have you paid? Anyone with you, have you paid? You see my light? Get out of here.
I love you too much.
We would have enjoyed the class, right? You see, the devil was not happy. The devil knew that the class would be so fun. It was fighting everybody not to get on. But praise God.
That's true.
Yes. it was just fighting everyone. They are not going on today. So, human right is a right that you have the choice to earn, to have it. You were born with it. And when you know that, you're not being arrogant. You just know how to certain things, like the Miranda law that we have here in the US. I did criminal justice here in the US. I have a degree in criminal justice. I really wanted to be a judge in this country. I was 30, I think 34, 35.
God knows why. Because you will have put all of us in jail.
Like by now.
You will have just that vendor will be like, you don't know the Bible, jail time. You don't read the verse, jail time.
No, let me tell you guys, do you know Judge Judy?
Yes.
That's how they were calling me in class.
You will have been worse than her. You will have been worse than her. Oh.
I'm like,
you would have been worse than her.
Oh, Judge Judy is a tough cookie. That lady.
I love that woman.
She's not one.
No, she's wonderful.
You can't play Judge Judy around because she knows how to. That's why I'm saying that.
To break
if Dr. Brew was on that seat, we all would be, there would nobody in the street. We all would be feeling the jails.
Let me tell you guys something. My professors loved me. My teachers. Oh, I will argue to the tip. And people wanted to always be my team because we're always winning. There was a case, I don't know, Pastor Emma, if you were in the US at that time, in 2010, that case that was in Florida, that I think they found out that the baby was buried, was thrown in the water, something like that. Casey something. Oh, that was a serious case. Jesus help Florence.
Oh, the Casey versus the state case. Yes.
And because they said father was that case.
Privacy.
That case in the class was not fun, and we won.
Yeah, because that case also, because it was used also in terms of like code of law in classes, in terms of showing different side of the law and also on the public opinion, how that also can affect the course of the law. And it created a lot of, I mean, also in terms of like, it really, because some people was for the parents,
for them,
some people was for the child, some people were for the state. The reason why the state.
But now, let me bring this in our class. If it is you, what will you conclude as a human right?
As a human right and human advocate, I will actually line in terms of like the right of the child was completely violated.
That's it. You got it.
Violated.
So it was violated, and not only that, the child died.
The child died, yeah.
And now, one of the thing that you and me, as a student of human rights, advocate, consultant, defense, activist, know that you are a voice to the voiceless. This is deep. You are a voice to that abused man or woman, be it verbally to his wife, before carrying stick. You are a voice. Like Pastor Rose said earlier, it's broad. So now this child was only, what would this child say at that age? If the child was even alive. But now two things, maybe three things happen. How the child came in the world was none of the business. It's only God that knows, right? And that is why even in the court of heaven, do you know that there is nothing in the kingdom of God as an illegitimate child?
All right.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't
know that today. Now, you as a human rights advocate, that word illegitimate means what? And you who knows that, what is our belief? Pastor Favor, talk to me.
We all equal.
No, illegitimate.
So then,
Equality.
you talk to me now. When you say illegitimate, what does that mean?
You're abusing the person's right.
He doesn't need to leave. He doesn't need to belong here. Because my father is not, my mother is, I'm a mother to Mommy Rose. But we don't have different father. But we have different father. So the treatment that she gives, the other child shouldn't, because the child is illegitimate. Or maybe a one-stop outside that mama was going, or father, most of the time is daddy. And those children, they don't bring them in the house. Maybe when probably something happened in the family, right? Then now they will bring that and say, I had a child outside. And then now in that house, they start looking at the common name they call in Africa is what? B word. BS word. Tell me. Black sheep.
Black sheep.
Bastard.
In Nigeria, they call them bastard.
We call them bastard. We call them the black sheep. They are not part of us. They are illegitimate. In the terminology, illegitimate to an extent, if you're supposed to argue, they will be saying that they are illegitimate because their brother and their father did not marry the woman. In the eyes of God, is that how God sees it?
No.
In the eyes as a human rights advocate listening to me, is that how you will see it?
No.
No.
Why wouldn't you see it like that?
Because the sperm did not fall from heaven.
The sperm did not fall
because
from
we are
heaven.
the voice to the
Now,
voiceless.
biology, we have gone to sperm now. Okay, let the men get rid of their waste. Next one.
Because without the two of them having conception together, there would never have been a child. So there's nothing like illegitimate in that.
So did the child invite himself or herself?
Exactly, no.
So who has the right to say, no, you cannot say the child is illegitimate, whether married or not married?
Nobody.
What do you guys have to say?
Nobody.
You agree?
That is correct.
I agree.
Nobody.
So, but if the woman in the house says, I don't want you here. The mother is not in the house. Does she have the right? I thought she has the right as human right, as a legitimate wife, paid dowry, married and everything. And so she has the right as a human right, freedom of speech. It can be a little bit complicated, right?
No,
Yeah.
Mama, it's wrong. Why? Because it's not the child's fault that her husband went to go and jiggy the other woman.
We are not talking about the child.
No, because here is where he get a little bit tricky. Is because every individual has right, so they have the right to say, to say what they want to say, but do not, your right end when the right of somebody else has started. So in terms of like the wife, she's the first lady of the house. She has the right to say whatever she wanted to say, but she could not go and abuse the right of the child.
That is very, very good explanation, Pastor Emma.
Yeah.
That is very, very good. Remember, all of us are equal. Remember, all of us have freedom to speak. Remember, she is legitimately married to her husband. And in the course of him having one or two things and the baby comes, naturally, she has the right to talk. Oh, she can talk.
That's true.
But she should not cross to that child.
Mm-mm.
And that
The
child
child should not be a
right.
the child should not be a victim of circumstance.
Correct. And that is where many of us today, some of us are victims of circumstances. I am one.
Wow.
My own is not like that. Mine is different. Instead, me, I was the first, but the story is another thing. My own mom was not there anymore. So I wasn't looked like somebody.
Yeah, I can understand. Welcome to the reality
So,
of Africa.
like I said, these are things we are doing every day. So you might become tomorrow a human rights advocate. You stand. You just pass. You see a certain child not going to school. Everybody in that quartier, like in Africa, it's your right as an advocate to ask the child what happened. And then when you get information, because one other thing that we do, we are not fighting. We are what?
Defenders.
Keyword. Keyword. The P word.
The P word.
Peacemakers.
Peace. Okay.
The peacemakers. We're not coming to put more petrol in the fire, but we show you it's like this. It's like this. Do you not think if your own children are going to school, this child to have the right to go to school? Even it might not be your biological child, maybe your brother's child, maybe. Do you not think so?
Yes, you know, anything that has to do with a human being encompass all the right that comes with.
But
Because
that's what
they
I'm
are
telling
the
you how
God-
you will react. You meet them
They
so they
are the
don't think that you're a
God-given right.
police. But this is all our goal here as students of human rights is for peace. Always have that. Because if Florence go to school, you got peace. You see now your training in effect because you intervene. Okay? So
Yes.
I'm pleading with us that it's just an overview of what we have today. And I think you guys really enjoy the class. If you say you don't enjoy, that's okay.
Yeah. We enjoyed, man. Thank you so much.
We thank Jesus. So if you say you don't enjoy the class, maybe I will sit at the back and you guys can teach us too. Me, I want
If we didn't enjoy, I will not tell you to continue when you wanted to.
look
stop.
at you. Look at for Mama Rose, we should not finish the class safe. We should sit here and finish and turn it into prayer warfare.
I'm dancing.
Because
That's
that
her favorite subject. She loves it so much.
That is
That's
her
my
expertise.
field, you know.
That
It's
field
her
of
field. I know it's
expertise.
your field.
So that's
I
why
know it's your field. She's enjoying it. Okay, this is what I want you all to know. I will not send it to you guys, but I will read it, okay?
Okay.
And we'll take them step by step while we prepare. This is what we have in writing. Human rights certification training. I was reading it earlier. I think it was only me and Sister Minister Ruth or Pastor Ruth. That was that time. Rose that time. And Pastor Emma was on, but he was muted because he was the first person on anyways. Are you an educator? So I want you guys to listen to this. And if you know many, please help me spread this word. Let us deploy as many advocates in the world to keep peace as many. If you're an educator, if you're an advocate, an activist, or a concerned citizen, you see how the citizens of the countries are being treated. Do you care about equity? Do you care about justice and human rights, civil rights, civil liberty, political? Are you passionate about seeing people fulfilling their destiny in their educational skill, women and children, girl child welfare, minorities, or work with vulnerable population across the world? Or do you run or aspire to set up an NGO? Do you want to position your organization okay. What happened?
Something is happening in the spirit world.
Pastor Favor,
No,
what are you doing?
It's Pastor Favor who just changed, I think he did something about he's trying to present something. So
where to type message? But it can't be the host because the class is being recorded and it's not being seen well. Pastor Favor, what are you doing? He can't even hear us. Oh, he went and pinned himself.
It was just a
He was
mistake.
pinning himself.
It was just a mistake.
Okay.
It's just a mistake somewhere.
Yes, he was trying to pin himself, maybe touch something, and then he went and pinned himself, which yes, which brought him to where we are. So 1 minute. I noticed that, then I said, what is happening? My phone too is acting up in its own category. So like I said, if you have an NGO and you're looking to run up an NGO, do you want a position of you getting organization from getting funding or international grant? When you have, they give a lot for human rights. This is a great opportunity. Then I truly believe that all of you in this class, and even those that are not here, this human rights certification training then is for you. Okay?
Yes,
How
ma'am.
you will equip, how you would like to be equipped with the right knowledge, like Pastor Emma was talking, the right knowledge on the basic human rights, which I asked, not everybody knows. Be more impactful in your advocacy and intervention. Know how to apply appropriate skills. Like as I was asking, if somebody is on the road with a gun, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You will not just jump into it. The skill that all you need to do is one phone call, and they don't need to see you. There must be a way you do that. Okay? Raise
All right.
your credibility and organization credibility. Position your organization and NGO for more funding and international grant. Be an international recognized human rights consultant. And that's why you guys are taking it from the US. This human rights certification training is definitely for you and your team. Because when you have an NGO, it's not just for you. Okay? You become internationally recognized certification, affiliation to, and the duration for this, which is virtual classes, just 12 weeks. Even though I put there 16, you know, some people always, it's just 12 weeks. Is there any question? There is human rights, even for youth for human rights. We have that one, but it's so broad, like I said, human trafficking. We know who know that country that they give their children a lot for human trafficking.
Yes, so.
Huh? Mama, you should know that. Who knows that country? They give their children a lot for human trafficking. They make money.
Mama, let's not go there. I want to sleep this night.
How about parents? Now, I want to ask this. If you give a child for a bowl of rice, this is reality. for a man at the age of 40 to a baby of 4 years old? What have you done to that child?
Abuse.
Abuse.
That's a violence. That's abuse.
Violation, abuse. But it happens though. They are happening there.
Mama, in Nigeria today, I have cases of 6-year-old girl, 7-year-old girls, 8 married to a man of 70, 75, 80s.
Is that
a man
not
with
human
5,
civil
6
rights?
wives, and most of these organizations will not try to bring them here. When they bring them here, the girls are already broken because those men are already sleeping with them. They like them young. It means there's a lot of operation to try to reconstruct
Bring
what
them.
they are. Yeah. So believe me, I'm doing this course for so many reasons. But one thing my family told me, we know you are too radical. Don't do this course because you will take it beyond the limit.
Well, take it. The Lord will see you through to take it.
There are things
take
going
it.
on.
You will get support. You will take it. The Holy Spirit will work with you. You will not do anything on your own.
And I believe that's why these courses are very important, because fundamentally, when you look today's today's world, we have completely forgotten our rights. People doesn't know.
This is the thing, Pastor Emma.
People doesn't know.
How can they even be telling her that we know that you go beyond? Wouldn't it be better for her to go beyond than 30 young girls are being abused like that? Now, even they bring them there, they try to rehabilitate them. Their body is only looking for man.
Yeah, that's why they don't teach these courses in school.
That's true. Very true.
They don't know they're nothing anymore. They really don't care. Even you bring them for education, they don't want. So there is double work for us to do. That's why the demand is so high. Get certified today. Don't look at the money, because there's a lot of money in this. That's why I encourage people, get an NGO, register it, become a human right today. You will thank me after, because there are jobs even in London. They will ask you, can you come? You can do, people travel, go there. United Nations, they go to these places, they work as human rights advocates. And the human rights advocate, these are things you do already. It doesn't mean that it's one level of that side of a lawyer. No, it's just the main thing you should know is the 30 article of human rights. It's very important, because that's where everything is centered. So if anything goes against that, then the right that you call human right has been violated. Amen.
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 Any questions? Will I see this class feel next week?
Feel.
By God's grace, man.
By the Lord's grace.
Any question? I want to thank Pastor Favor. You guys should appreciate Pastor Favor. He has brought 2 students. I'm still waiting for you guys to bring your own. He's the one that brought Pastor Elvis, and we have, I think, the other man of God, Apostle.
Welcome, Pastor Elvis. God bless you. Pastor Favor,
welcome.
Love you.
Thank you so much, Mama. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
So, what will you guys say to that class? Let me stop the recording.
Thank you.
And what will you guys say the other class?
No, because to be very honest with you, Mama, many people don't really understand the importance of this class. If they do, it will even be the first class they would like to register.
Correct. Because it deals with everything.
Yeah.
The important. So I will want you guys to do me a favor. Do the put on the forum what you know you can do best. Explain and reach out. You all should try and reach out and invite. Let's get about 100 students in this list to be certified, and get. This one does not need that. You must get theology before, not like chaplain.
If they understand the knowledge they're going to acquire, yes, and how useful it is. It just, I work in this branch with, in many years. I've worked with, International Criminal Tribunal, Hague, in so many years. I work, I know what this course is all about. I've done this in Swedish language. If I tell you, that's why I'm going to look for my old school book. I start translating from Swedish to English, When you are talking to me, it was like I was refreshing memory. Brother Manuel said, Sister Rose, go and read about this and this and this. I said, yes, brother, yes, brother. Then I realized that I've done this, but in Swedish language. All I need to do is to try to translate from one language to the other. And today it was so funny. I was able to make a lot while we are talking. You don't know, I have like 10 pages that I was trying to refresh my Swedish memory knowledge to English, If people understand how important this, especially we are from Africa, Mama.
Yes.
It's just that, like me, you, Brother Emmanuel, I don't know where Pastor Mega and everything.
In Cameroon. They're in Cameroon.
We have been opportune to live, that life behind us, and we've been in this place. If we, who God has blessed so much, like me, I'm so blessed. I've had an opportunity to study abroad. I've studied in London. I've studied in France. I've studied in Sweden, And okay, I'm getting to be an old lady now, but
old lady.
There are things we can do, collectively, not just one.
How about after the course? How about after the course? What you are saying, we all move and work with